Summer.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Three Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I'm Liz.
I'm Michelle.
We watched the first episode of the Gossip Girl reboot. It's called Gossip Girl, but I will not call it Gossip Girl. I'm going to call it the Gossip Girl reboot.
Like Gossip Girl 2.0?
2.0. Maybe that's what we should call it. Gossip Girl 2.0. We watched season 1, episode 1, Just Another Girl on MTA. Original air date, July 8th, 2021. How weird is it for me to say that? Written by Joshua Safran, directed by Karina Evans.
Can I add in a little trivia here?
Sure you can.
Okay. So some fun facts, and I'm not sure if you have this already, so we can take
Please
this out.
do.
All 6 episodes are directed by women.
I know Karina's doing next week's episode too.
And Karina Evans, do you know who she is?
No, I don't.
She's 25 years old. She has directed for Drake. She did the Nice for What music video.
Oh, really?
Karina's fucking awesome.
That's so cool.
And when I saw that, I forgot. I was like looking up everything because I'm like, oh my God, it's free will, kind of.
Oh my God, yeah. Like we can pretty much, research whatever we want for yeah.
With caution, there's some comparisons.
Still some blinders, yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, 6 female directors,
Awesome.
Karina Evans. Yes, 25 years old.
Yes, girl.
Amazing. Obsessed. Love it.
That's awesome.
Had to put that in there.
Major props.
Yeah.
You go, Glen Coco. I'm
Yeah.
so happy. So the summary, we have the start of a new school year at the Upper East Side's elite Constance St. Jude's ushers in the arrival of a newcomer who soon finds herself thrust into a blinding spotlight. While other students cling to their comfortable, glamorous lives, a mysterious presence threatens to upend the status quo.
Oh.
I mean, it sounds like the pilot of the original, right?
Yes.
Even though Gossip Girl was kind of around from even before the beginning of the original. So, as I told Michelle, we're going to do a very brief summary of what happened and a very brief character description. So, we start off the episode with Kate Keller. Super young. So young. How old is she in real life?
I think she's 25 or wait. Tav, you know how
Tavi Gibson.
I've been a very big fan of Tavi Gevinson for a very long time. I know a lot of people had issues with her being a young teacher, but I had a teacher who was 23 years old in high school.
I mean, and we know that Miss Carr was extremely young too.
She's 25.
She's 25 in real life. I would say she looks 25.
She does. To me, she passes as a teacher.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, she looks young, but she looks like she, it's just one of those young teachers. So, and we know this is not her first year there. She's been there before. She seems to keep up with the kids' lives on social media, what's happening with them, especially Julian, since we know she's an influencer. And she even picked out her outfit that she thinks the girls won't make fun of, which is so heartbreaking.
I know.
As a teacher, to be like shit on by your students and being bullied.
Yeah.
So sad, but doesn't matter because she was wrong and they didn't like it anyway. So her teacher friend gets fired because a parent found out she gave them a bad grade. I don't even think it was an F. I think it was like a C or something.
C.
And so the kids really have the power and they tell their parents, we need to get this teacher out. And that's what happens. And so this really starts Kate on a mission to take down these bad girls or just like, the upper class,
Kind of make them shake a little bit.
yeah, like how do we scare them just a little bit? So as we know, the parents, they donate a lot of money to the school. This is how the kids get the upper hand. And so Kate's on her mission. She's like, I'm going to figure out a way to do this. So I also wanted to mention this is a post-COVID world.
Yes, it is.
It is weird. This is the first show I have seen, being that all the shows are starting to come back now, that has mentioned being on lockdown, having teaching through Zoom. It's like, okay, we're in 2021. It's so strange to hear them talking about. I mean, they don't name COVID, but we're knowing it's a post-COVID world, which is so weird.
Yeah.
Just was weird hearing that. I'm sure it won't be the last time that this, is talked about on television, but it was weird because it was my first time. So as we said, Kate gets fed up with the kids belittling her, and the teachers are in the break room, all these really young teachers, and they're trying to figure out a way to stop them and give them a taste of their own medicine. So they decide that they're going to use this platform of Gossip Girl because this rando teacher says, oh, well, I remember Gossip Girl. That was the thing that shook us to our core when we were at Constance and St. Jude's. And it introduces these new class of teachers to
Rebecca Sherman.
Who are you, Rebecca Sherman?
Well, she's from season 2.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Uh-huh. This is
the same character? Wait, is it the same actress?
It's okay. This is what I found.
Michelle.
Look, even the most devoted Gossip Girl fan couldn't be faulted for not knowing the one. Rebecca is a deep-cut cameo from a character who never actually appeared on screen.
Oh.
Rebecca is a teacher. The irony is apparently Rebecca is no stranger to being a Gossip Girl suspect. As she explains to her coworkers, she kept us all accountable, blah, blah, blah. Her full name was in the season 2 finale of the original series. She's mentioned as Blair, Chuck, Nate, and Serena try to decipher Gossip Girl's true identity during a graduation party, and here's the scene.
Oh.
Isn't that what?
Oh my God. I'm so glad that this person's actually relevant because we've had a couple people write in saying who is this random teacher that remembers being in school with these people? Yay. That makes me happy and makes so much more sense now. So she introduces these teachers to the website and they're like, we're not going to use that. And then another teacher comes in and she has started their Twitter account, which
is so funny.
Is so funny because back then in 2007 and 8, that's what we would have used is Twitter. But now it's not cool to use Twitter. It's cool to use Instagram.
Well, they're like, who under 30 has a Twitter?
Right.
And it's just memes and news articles, which is totally true. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, which also kind of valid for me being 34. I'm like,
exactly.
This kind of tracks. Can I just talk about that teacher scene for a sec?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're really praising Nate Archibald. Which I'm like, who do you become, Nate Archibald? Is this a light little,
It's, I think it's a well-deserved name drop because I feel like, and I think Audrey Ann Marie, she mentions it later on, but it's they kind of gave respect to the fact that they never gave Nate respect. You know what I mean? They never really give him this epic storyline or something to keep the audience interested with him, unfortunately. And we've talked about this on the podcast a bunch. So I feel like it was maybe a little nod. And he does turn out to have a good,
sure he does.
Path and character development. But it was just nice to hear her say the Nate Archibalds of the world. I'm like, you go, Nate.
It made me chuckle.
Yeah.
And amongst some other lines that were said, which we can get into, which I was like, yes, thank you for recognizing 2 things.
Yeah, 2 things.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah.
So they decide they're going to start the Instagram account and they tag all of the kids in it. So now the kids will be alerted every time something goes down. And I love the quote where Rebecca says that Gossip Girl's perception was reality.
Yeah.
And that pretty much sets up the tone for what's to come. These teachers know probably shouldn't be spying on these kids, but they're going to do it anyway. Morally not correct, but as the audience member, it's not correct, but you still are interested to see what they're going to do with it. Mm-hmm. So this should be interesting. So let's talk about our kids and our initial thoughts on our kids. So it's junior year for our newcomers, except for Zoya. She's a freshman. So we have Julian. Her dad is a musician.
It looks like there was a lot of Grammys, and the actor who plays him played Lenny Bruce on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, well, there you go. And her mom has passed.
Yes.
And she is an influencer who is dating Obi, which I didn't realize when we first started finding out information about. So that's an interesting pair.
Yes.
I think that he's like, they've been together for a long time, which makes me laugh because they're only 16. So it's like, well, how long have you been together? Since you were 14?
Right. And they were together before she became who she
is. Yeah.
You can see Julian's very sweet.
Yeah.
I actually really like her. You know, when we meet her, it's amazing. She has a team.
She does have a team. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I could see how her and Obi at one time did.
Yeah, definitely. And all these kids have been friends since they were babies, they said.
Yes, as Audrey, I believe, says.
Yes, yeah. Audrey. We'll get to her. So Julian, I feel like at school, she obviously puts up this front that she is one person. And then I feel like in her core, as you said, like you like her. I'm like, yeah, she does have a softer side to her. Unlike Monet. Oh my God, did I have words about Monet? I'm like, she is a vibe. She is a fucking bitch.
First off, Monet, the opening, we see her with her 2 standard poodles at the end of the table.
Oh my God, it was like Game of Thrones. I was laughing. It was actually pretty epic, though.
No, it was. It absolutely was epic. I actually really loved how we introduced all of the characters.
Me too. It was such a cool like vibe and realm. Like Visually, so cool.
Yeah. But she's a vibe.
She's a vibe in herself. I can see not liking her for a while. It's going to take me a while. Luna is also rude.
Ooh.
The 2 of them together have each other, which is great. But these 2, I feel like I'm going to have a really hard time with.
You know,
they're almost like Penelope, but worse.
Right?
Like they're mean. They're not Blair Waldorf mean. They're just mean.
No, they're like
Penelope
worse. On steroids.
Yeah, they're much worse.
And the fact that they work so hard to build up Julian, they style her and do her makeup. I'm like, for what?
For what?
Because she has
for
the
what?
status.
Because you're like, are you getting tagged in these posts? Like, hair done by, I
think so.
I guess so. So therefore, they do have probably an Instagram following as well. But they don't even need that. You know, they have their wealth and their power. So It's like, it's just in the circle.
Going back to the power and wealth, Obi is the richest.
He's the richest out of them all. His dad is some like real estate mogul type thing.
The richest of the rich.
The richest of the rich. And it's funny that it is him because he seems to be the softest.
Right.
And the most likable and relatable to the rest. So I said he's the most genuine. Mm-hmm. And he really doesn't take his privilege for granted like the other ones do. And his best friend is Aki, who, I mean, didn't say one word. He was really busy doing other things with his girlfriend.
Do you think Aki will be like Nate and be a good friend right now?
Right, like doesn't have much of a storyline.
I don't want to compare just yet, but people do have been comparing.
They have been comparing, yeah.
And so I was like, Aki, what's up with you?
I want to learn
more about you.
Yeah.
Aki.
And then we go to Audrey, his girlfriend, who I feel like she's definitely not a people person. Like, don't really talk to her, don't really get in her way.
Do you know what they label her as?
What?
Grace.
Yes, Grace.
And she's the most like Blair as I was reading.
I can see that, except she's definitely darker.
Yeah, so she's into vintage clothing and old movies.
And like Audrey, wow, I cannot speak. Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so her...
Which is like Blair.
Right, so her and Aki are dating.
They've been dating for a while, but obviously it's very bored. They're very bored, I guess.
I'm so interested to see how this develops.
And she needs some adventure, and so she's been eyeing Max.
Let's talk about Max.
I mean, who wouldn't eye Max? He's very attractive. He's got his own vibe. He's like, Gossip Girl tagged me, fucking delete that. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
He also gives me major Chuck vibes.
Chuck vibes, but in a way where it's he's not a molester, you know?
Well, yeah. We see his opening in the beginning. His 2 dads kiss him goodbye.
Yeah.
And was that Carla?
It was Carla.
Like, hi,
she's
Carla.
Like their house,
Nikki, as they called her,
maybe like a nanny type deal, like
house manager, maybe,
yeah, something like that.
So interesting. So it seems like he's coming from a very loving family,
right? But he's a little,
I think,
cold. He's very mysterious,
sexually fluid,
which whatever.
It's great,
you know. But he reminds me of Christian from Clueless.
Yes,
like his vibe, like, let me just get my suit. Let's get some R&R, you know, just like some, like I'm about hedonism and I just love like sex, drugs and alcohol. And I don't really care about anything but that. And like, if you want to have a good time with me, let's have a good time. But like, I'm not into anything serious.
Agreed. Yeah.
And like, cool. If you're a better version of Chuck, totally down for that.
Please.
Yeah. Like, let's give you some substance.
Yeah.
So, like I said, all these kids have been friends for a long time, which also makes me wonder why Audrey now all of a sudden is into Max. Like, if you guys have been friends for a really long time, what is it about him now that you didn't see before? Like, are you really just that bored with Aki? Or, like, have you always been pining for Max? You just like his lifestyle and, like, how free he is?
Do you think we'll go into, do you think in this Gossip Girl world, yes, there was a pandemic, because we addressed that. Was it as much as ours where we locked down for over a year, or did they do it for 6 months?
It looks like Audrey and Aki like live together. I know they don't live together, but like, what was the deal with that?
We are going to meet her mom.
Yeah.
Because I read about that as well. Yeah, where
are they living?
It seems like we don't know. Like those are the only parents we didn't see.
Right, that's true.
Was Aki and Audrey.
Yeah, so
but like you said, did you have the hots?
Right, so why all of a sudden? Or have you always pined for him? And Aki was kind of like, not like
the safe bet?
Yeah, maybe. And so,
or did they already hook up?
Maybe they've already hooked up. Who knows? I'm interested to see what happens there. Are they going to have a threesome? Because in the next week's episode preview, it looks like potentially they could get involved with that. So, which, as we know, the third person's always supposed to be a random person.
Never a friend. Come on, Gossip
Never
Girl.
a friend. We did this already, guys. But then we meet Zoya, who I'm most excited for. I think.
Same.
She's Julian's half sister. They share a mother. They said her mother died in childbirth with her, which is devastating, beyond devastation. And the girls kind of form this bond, I guess, over quarantine and over summer and before school starts, and they decide that they want to be in the same city. So Zoya moves from Buffalo to the city, tells her dad she got the scholarship, in which she did. However, we see now that Julian was the one to get this for her. She didn't actually earn it, which is fun.
Oh gosh.
Sucks. So red flag right there. She used her daddy's money to do something with that. But now these two girls finally are connecting after not even knowing each other for years. So that's my brief summary. So let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm dying to know your thoughts, because I was so excited to watch this for multiple reasons, but I was really excited for one to podcast about a show that's currently on. We don't do that.
We haven't done that in a long time.
Ever. We only did it for Riverdale, and that was Patreon only, and Hills, which is Patreon only. We can't even talk about that, but
both shows.
This is like an actual show that's current, but in our Gossip Girl world.
I know, it's really exciting. And you now know so much about Gossip Girl. So the fact that we can watch it together and talk about it and see and maybe compare a little bit, even though, I mean, they definitely name dropped a bunch. Serena and Blair and Dan and Nate and Chuck and Blair and just lots of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this Chuck and Blair thing is out of control, deaf pre-cancel culture also, and just as white.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Joshua Safran's poking fun at himself, right? Like, we're understanding that this is where we were in 2008, 2011. I mean, it sucks that that was the case, and we talk about this a lot on our podcast, but I think he just was like, yeah, I understand where you guys are coming from. I get it, and I'm trying to be better, which is like, that's all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
Nobody is likable, just as though the original, nobody is likable.
I disagree with that.
I think Obi and I think Zoya, obviously, they're the two. I mean, Julian can be likable, but I'm not like connected to anyone, obviously, as of yet, because it's just the pilot episode.
Yeah, I think off the bat in the first episode of the original Gossip Girl, you're like, I don't know who to like. Also, there's this mysterious Gossip Girl aspect. It could be anyone. We know who Gossip Girl is. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like,
it changes things.
It's not the kids. Obi, you're sweet. And I'm very excited to see Zoya take back.
Yeah, like take what's hers kind of thing.
Ownership. Yeah, I felt it was aesthetically, I thought it was amazing.
Aesthetically, it is amazing. The outfits are incredible. The what's it called? Like props and the scenery, everything is just, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But it also makes me feel like I'm so far from this world, like even farther than the original for some reason. I feel like it's even less relatable for me. And I don't know why that is.
Okay. I'm so glad you said that.
I'm like, wow. Like, I feel like I'm watching like Euphoria, but I didn't ever watch Euphoria. I'm just literally guesstimating what I think Euphoria is about, right?
Okay. So I had Gossip Girl, right? One of the biggest things that until it took me until like season 4 was like,
of course,
it's not relatable, but it's a soap opera.
It's way more relatable than these people, I think.
No, it is. But this show is so sexy and
so dark.
Aesthetically, I love it's beautiful in its dark way, and the music, the way they're using the music. I don't even care. It's not relatable.
Yeah.
I want to escape.
No, it's definitely an escapism.
And I'm totally fine. I don't need to relate to these people. And I'm like, I'm fine with this. This is not a show I'm looking to relate.
No. It's totally not. It's not relatable, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I just like
fun.
made a point of when I was like doing my notes and I'm writing down like, okay, well, it still has the same vibe to me as like these characters are still like these rude teens that are entitled, and I'm like, and I never thought they were relatable, but for some reason they're more relatable than even these kids are, and these kids are more so. I don't know, are they acting more like they're 16 than the other ones did? I don't even know.
The other thing is we are further away from these actors portraying a teenagehood than we were from so the Gossip Girl we grew up with is more relatable to us in its weird way because we understood the technology, how they spoke.
Right.
This, I'm like twice the age.
I know.
So really, I'm like, okay, I'll just view critique as I can, and a younger person's view would be interesting.
Yes, I would like to know someone who
Closer
maybe
in age.
is like, a freshman in college or something that just graduated from high school, maybe, an elite kind of private school or whatever it is, even not, but like just someone who is closer to age of these people if they have the same like opinions as us. But overall, I feel like our listeners really liked it. I did enjoy it. The critics, however, ripping it to shreds.
Yeah, it's definitely not great. They're comparing it a lot to how like Gossip. I read one review that said the original was funny. Like we knew it was funny.
It's much more lighter than this.
And I was like, okay,
it's not funny,
not supposed to be funny.
No, it's definitely not funny. But to us, comparing the shows, like that's a comedy compared to this. Like, stuff that Blair says or stuff that, Serena does.
The wit.
The wit of it is funny because it's like, wow, these kids are so ridiculous. And the stuff that Blair and Chuck say to each other, I'm like, you guys are from another century. But like, this is like, no, we're dark, like not twisted, but like, we're just these like, just dark, depressed kids like that have a lot of money. And it's just real. It's raw. It's like just dark.
There were a couple of things that I really did get the chills and light up as soon as you hear Kristen Bell's voice.
Oh my God, yeah.
As soon as you say like, you're going to need a better voice. And she's like, I have a better voice.
I know. I'm like, yes. So perfect.
I love when they're all on the steps outside Constance and Super Rich Kid starts playing by Frank Ocean. I mean, the best song. It's an oldie, but it's really good there.
It works so well.
And we have Kate dressed like season 1 Serena.
Loved that.
An homage. So yeah. And the Met steps at 11.
Mets always.
Who am I? Am I a Gossip Girl fan?
I think you are. I really think you are.
I think I'm just excited to talk about this show on a podcast with you and have people write in every week.
Totally. Yeah. We're all experiencing it for the first time together.
You enjoyed it. I watched it twice.
You did.
I did.
I almost did watch it twice. Maybe next week I will watch it twice just to like really hone in on finer details. But I feel like that whole fight of Julian and Zoya, I'm like, it just not went over my head, but I'm like, what are we fighting about here? Like, I get like they found each other, and then because of Julian's friends, they kind of sabotage the fact that Julian didn't tell them the truth, that she did know this person and this person is her sister and they have this bond. And I feel like this small group of friends that we tell each other everything, like, didn't tell us about this. It's like, okay, well, because you're so young, now you're lashing out and you have the privilege and the power to do so and really ruin someone's life. And then you add the fact upon that these teachers now are the ones to stir it up first. And their perception of, as we said before, whatever is on Gossip Girl is the truth, even though Julian says, well, it's the truth, but it's not our truth, to let them like pretty much do what they want with it. But we know ourselves that that's not the case. So It's like, okay, so if you're above and beyond it and you're acting like you're above and beyond it, it seems as though obviously if we wouldn't have a show if they were. So something else more is going to trickle down to, of course, really mess their lives up.
I mean, really, this would have worked as a movie.
Yes.
The way the last, one of the last scenes of where coffee gets spilled on Kate again, Miss Keller.
And Julian changes.
She apologizes. This could have been the end. This could have been like a Gossip Girl revival movie.
Yeah.
And we could have ended it there and have a little mystery of discussion. I'm happy we're not doing that, but it would have worked.
Yeah.
I also think of the whole, I researched and apparently there was these two girls, Serena and Blair, and we have to like act like them and people are going to wonder. So we just have to take back the narrative. I'm like, interesting. For Julian to do the research. And the reason I watched it twice too, the first time last Thursday, because we're not podcasting on Thursdays anymore. I laid in bed. I lit
you just
candles,
I
wanted to fully
absorb it for what
notes.
it is. I totally get that.
Second time was like, okay, notes, pause. Let me read the title. I watch things with titles now. Entertainment wise, 2 thumbs up.
It's definitely entertaining. We have some comments. We have Angelina stated, though nothing on social media is real, it dictates reality, and we see how that plays out in this pilot. And that makes so much sense. The characters don't have to be over the top in the same way Gossip Girl just can pretend that they are.
Yeah.
Which is so true. Will thought that Max is a less problematic Chuck, as we said.
Okay.
Audrey and Marie thought it was great how they praised Nate and kind of props to Nate. But with all that being said, I have read countless articles and negative reviews. I mean, people on Twitter are like, this is not my show. This is not my Gossip Girl. Those are the fandom, right? But critics and websites, it's like, ooh, they're really tearing it apart. And one said, quote, not good. It's a cringe-worthy slog full of unappealing acting, atrocious writing, and plot twists that verge on sociopathic. The biggest sin of this Gossip Girl is that the writers seem to understand little of their subjects. The characters don't act or sound like teenagers. The use of social media doesn't feel particularly hip, and even though the characters are stiff and nonsensical, rather than fully formed humans. Someone also said Blair Waldorf could be awful because being awful wasn't yet a cancelable offense. But now, though, the specter of Gossip Girl hovers over the students at Constance more menacingly than before. A little less bitchy BFF, but more Big Brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's a very silly premise. I'm just not sure how it delivers. Julian goes through all this trouble to bring her sister to Constance, only to have her plan unsurprisingly blow up in her face when her friends and her boyfriend Obi feel betrayed that she kept Zoya a secret. And when Gossip Girl implies, correctly it turns out, that Obi might be more interested in his girlfriend's first-year sister, Julian gets competitive. She publicly humiliates Zoya at Christopher John Rogers' fashion show, cementing the sisters' status as rivals. Yeah, from the get-go.
I also think, though,
I wish we had a little bit more sister time.
I love when they hugged in the bathroom. I'm like,
oh my God. I was so happy. I really was like, oh man, that's so great.
Yeah, that was really good. But I think it just goes to show they are 16. So we see them with wealth and power and how everyone is supposedly obsessed with her and it's Julian, and she influences and she keeps up that appearance and she's doing to keep up experience. They're not evolved humans yet.
No.
This is the problem. The problem is they're not evolved humans and can't use sense because they have money money and power handed to them. And so it's like, oh, I got to keep up appearances. And then you got in my head.
I hope that this whole thing is like a lesson to us, to the audience, right? That like it isn't all about social media and the appearance of people. Like these people do have lives and they don't really know like what's right or wrong yet. They're still teenagers. So I'm hoping that the fact that these teachers now are making it their mission to kind of like give them the taste of their own medicine will teach them a lesson, and we will all learn a lesson watching it. I mean, I don't want it to be an after school special, obviously. It's not going to be that, but
no.
I feel like maybe that was the premise. Like these people are criticizing it a little harshly, where I feel like I get what they're saying in some sense, but other times I'm like, well, they are just teenagers that have a lot of power.
Yeah. And I also am hoping, right? There were parts where you're like, okay, I'm rooting for the teachers. And then there are parts where I'm actually not rooting for you.
Yeah, like maybe no. Like, why do we have to mess with these kids' lives? Like, can we teach them some other way?
There is some uncomfortable moments.
Definitely.
The teacher photographing.
In the rain. Not good.
And he recognized it?
He recognized it, though. He recognized that it was weird. And Jess made a point to say that. She's like, how do we feel about this? He does recognize that it was a weird thing, and he goes to Kate and was like, I don't think we should use this.
And she said, well, anybody could have walked by and taken this.
But they didn't.
Of course they can, but to post it and being aware of that kind of makes you guys evil. So like going back to what you said, nobody is really likable.
No, but nobody is really, like, you know, I can see the appeal in Obi, as I said. I'm sure there will be some circumstances where he'll let the power and money get to the best of him, or status or something like that. And I can see Zoya getting her head wrapped up, kind of like a Jenny situation. Like, I'm getting power now, and so therefore I'm going to do stupid things to keep that. So I can see these people having both sides, but the two that are the most relatable and likable are them.
Yeah.
And Kate at first, but then it kind of really goes downhill because she starts becoming Gossip Girl the most out of everyone.
Sure.
Because they technically all are Gossip Girl, but she's like holding the phone like where it goes to. So it's like her buttons.
I told you my dream before watching this was that parents at the school made Gossip Girl to get revenge.
I mean, it's sort of similar.
It's like, oh,
it's weird, goodness. Right? And actually last week I had a dream that Dan and Blair were just like walking down the street with me.
Oh.
I was like, Pear again. All I do is think about Pear.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, so, but overall, I mean, I'm excited for next week to see what happens. There's like, you know, I mean, the last scene was Gossip Girl blast coming in left and right of things. So what past stuff are we going to get that has happened to these kids and teachers even? Mm-hmm. And it seems though next week, you know, the principal's already like, we need to take Gossip Girl down because it's obviously going to be an issue.
Yeah.
That kids are going to be obsessed with talking about it and seeing what's going to be on there and are they on there, and it's
yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to handle that.
Yeah, and the fact that it's teachers.
Yeah. So
when it comes out, they're going to be fired.
And then it's like,
don't they know that?
But also, so you want to teach them at their own game, but you're actually it's kind of like giving them a taste of their own medicine. But as adults, shouldn't you be better than that?
You should absolutely be better than that.
And then it's like, can you never take that part of a human out of them?
Right.
Does that never leave you? Or do you get to a point and you explode? We all can get to a point where we're going to pop, so we turn to the evil side? I don't know.
Right. And I think none of this drama would have happened if they didn't post that picture of Zoya and Obi, because there was the picture and like everyone kind of brushed it off and ignored it. But when it came down to like proof that Zoya and Obi were there together, and even though Julian's like, I know you guys didn't do anything, but that like triggered, it like trickled down from there. And then because Zoya was invited to the fashion show, then the other girls were jealous, and then ultimately that screwed up everything. And now the girls are probably not going to ever have a relationship, or it's going to be a while before they have a relationship. And let's hope it's not a Serena and Blair over and over and over again, because it shouldn't be like that. Like, let's have a common enemy. Why do we have to be enemies? We're the sisters.
I would just love for them to team up and take down the teachers.
That would be great.
In like a weird, we want respect.
Right. I know. It's like, where are they going to go with this?
I don't know.
Intrigued to see.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite fashion moment?
I did. I really like Zoya's
orange dress. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I really, really, really liked that.
I really like what's her name? Luna's clothes. She's got great clothes.
Oh, her orange.
I mean, they all do.
Pink.
I love that outfit.
I also love her high-waisted blue skirt with gold buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the fashion's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fact that we had that epic scene where Julian takes Zoya's headscarf and wraps it around her neck was like Serena and Blair. But she's saying it was kind of like in a positive moment, like, well, this was our mother's.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So I really liked that too.
Just the fact that they poke fun at headbands.
Yeah.
She has a headband on.
Yes. Right? I mean, there's definitely not going to be headbands.
But there is headbands coming.
There are.
Though.
I know. There are some.
I read. They said there's coming, but it's on their terms and what they're going to wear.
Totally. I get that.
Yeah.
I loved the quote, "I can't see freshmen."
Yeah. Turmeric stains forever.
It totally does.
We should have a no Zara rule at the school.
Mm-hmm. I saw that even before the episode went live, that was a quote, and I was like, ah.
Also, it would be nice to have someone to run errands.
Right? Wow, she is rude.
How about it's a 21st century, at least be gossip woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good quotes.
Wouldn't Miss Keller be happier at Madewell?
Yeah, they're vicious. Vicious girls.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to do an MVP?
Yeah. Do you have yours?
I do have one.
Okay.
Want to do it on 3, 2, 1?
Absolutely.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Zoya. Nice.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I almost picked Zoya, but I feel like Obi he's going to be my character so far. Is he the Dan Humphrey? Better, for sure.
I think because when we meet Padge, we see him wanting to get in the world.
Totally.
Obi's in it,
but he doesn't really care to be in it.
And he wants to use his power
for good.
So we see.
So we see. So we think.
I want to meet his parents, too.
Yeah, me too. But Zoya's a great choice. I'm excited to watch her path.
Yeah, me too.
See what happens there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have some trivia. The episode title references the 1992 film Just Another Girl on the IRT. The episode aired its 90-minute premiere for the TV network, a first for the CW, as previous HBO Max series were trimmed to fit a 60-minute time frame. However, select scenes that were deemed too racy for the network had to be either cut or trimmed. Joshua Safran noted this was a difficult process. If he would have known that the CW planned to air the pilot, he would have shot alternative footage.
Oh, wow. So he didn't know.
Isn't that weird?
How are these deals made?
Right? Isn't that weird?
That sucks.
HBO, as we know, can do pretty much whatever they please. I know a lot of people were talking about the teen sex, which you guys, if you listen,
we love teen sex.
You know we absolutely love teen sex and watching it. So I was super uncomfortable the whole time. And I feel like with HBO, we always have to add that sex factor in there, which a show like this, I get it. But like, did it have to be so many times?
I think we did. I think we had to have it for the show and HBO. I wasn't uncomfortable. I'm just like, girl, what's happening? Can you just go either have a threesome? And the fact that he's like, you can think about him.
Yeah,
are they both thinking about him?
I think they're both thinking about him.
So then I'm like, okay, you guys are on the same page, and that's okay. It's all okay.
Of course.
But
I know.
Huh.
Yeah, interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not my favorite parts of the episode.
No.
I don't like teen sex.
No, same. We have questions from our listeners.
Yeah.
Tish and Nathan both wanted to know which character storylines we were most excited for. So I think Zoya for sure.
And I just want to know a little bit more about Aki and Audrey.
Me too. I want to find out more about them. I feel like this is a very surface pilot as far as, obviously we knew we weren't going to get a lot of character development, but
right.
You can already tell off the bat that, Zoya is a likable character. that you think Kate's a likable character. I'm interested to see where that goes. Like, she's the underdog. Where is she going to go with that? Is she going to use the power now for bad things? And is that going to change the audience's perception of her?
Yeah.
So I think Zoya for sure.
Yeah.
Will wants to know, how do we think the larger group moving from 5 to 6 people will play out? He says, I have a bad feeling that Aki will get less screen time and storylines.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. I think he's just the friend.
I know, which is, like, sad because he got literally the least amount of focus, I think.
Yeah, we learned that he doesn't drink. When looking at clothing, he was going to go change in the bathroom. And Max was like, no. The mirrors are out here, so just change here.
And he was like, okay, I'm interested.
But also a little uncomfortable, but I did it anyway. And then with Audrey, notices she's very much into Max, and they're trying to make their sex life better. So I don't know what his role is.
We don't know yet.
The good friend? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he has something.
Yeah.
Carla wants to know, how do we feel about the reveal of Gossip Girl in the first episode?
I like it. I think we don't need another mystery.
Right.
Now we're in on it.
Everyone's in on it, and it changes the whole feel of the show.
Yeah.
Now knowing who it is and watching how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it.
Me too.
It's cool. How do we feel about the representation of the teachers? Well, I mean, it's hard to... I mean, I'm judging them, but, like, I understand where they're coming from here.
I mean, listen, private school teachers get paid nothing.
I mean, yeah, we hear
and
this.
It's a problem. I have a friend who works in private schools. He tells, like, the pay is bad.
Yeah, and when Monet and Luna find this out from Zoya, they're like, wow, that they really need these jobs. Like, and this is how you're going to treat them?
Yeah. And also, you know, the muttering in the hallway of like, ooh, who should I get fired next?
Yeah, just awful.
Yeah, like
awful kids.
Probably fun to play, though.
Totally fun
really
to play.
Fun to play, but awful. I think it's an interesting and funny group of people that we're putting together as the teachers.
Yes, it's a little goofy.
Wise, they're very goofy.
It's a little comical.
I just hope we don't get to, I don't know, I can see them. It's almost like, and this is probably a stretch, they get so into the evil, kind of like Walter White, and just it takes over, and then they actually become the bad ones, and the kids rise above, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Because
that would be cool.
Everybody wants power, and when you get power, it's how you use it. And so they're right now is using the power to hopefully teach a lesson, but this power could take over and become obsessed. I don't know if they're going to go that way, but...
Right. Yeah.
I don't know who we're rooting for.
Same. Carla wants to know, do we prefer this pilot or the original? It's been a while since we watched the original pilot.
The original. I just remember the feeling behind it, and I really liked the original.
Yeah.
But I really, really liked this pilot.
Yeah, same.
And again, it's the feeling behind it, so I'm going with my feelings. And I don't know, they're pretty. It's
hard because we know the other characters a lot better at this point.
Yeah, but
so like knowing where they started, now where they are, and is like a little bit almost nostalgia.
Yeah,
like going back to the pilot of the OG, and yeah, Serena comes back into town, and Dan her start liking each other,
even though we know where they end up. I don't know if it makes me like them anymore. I don't know if it makes me proud of them.
Right. Blair's awful in the pilot with her minions, and
I'm gonna go with, I don't know, the feeling's the same of starting something new for me.
Yes, agreed.
So
Debbie wants to know, will this show cure the reboot curse? Because pretty much everything that's been rebooted lately has been awful. I don't think it will. I think from what I've been reading, people are okay. We're okay with it not coming to air to fruition. So, I mean, I would have been okay with it too if we never needed to reboot this show.
Yeah,
that
same.
Has only been off the air for not that many years in consideration to the other things that have been rebooted. But yeah, I don't think it will cure the reboot curse.
I don't think so either.
Who are we shipping?
Who are we shipping?
Zoya and Obi.
Zoe?
Zoe B?
Too soon to tell for me.
Yeah.
She's so young. And
She is much younger, even though she doesn't look like she is.
No, I know. I mean, she's a freshman and he's a junior. It's not that bad.
It's not, but they all look around the same. They look like they're the same ages. So yeah. I forget that she's younger.
Yeah. She's 18.
In real life, she's 18? Yeah. I think she's the youngest on the show, right?
And I think Audrey, her last name's Lynn. I think she's 19.
Oh, is she?
The actress who plays Julian is 26.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking
at it. Yeah.
This will all be ingrained soon. It's just...
Right, same.
I don't know. I don't think I'm shipping anyone yet.
So no Zoya and Obi?
No, not yet.
I know, not yet. I don't want it to happen yet.
Just kind of broke up with your girlfriend. I know you're going to a half sister, and I know she's kind of interesting. I mean, this is what happens, right? But not yet.
I know. I wish we have a little bit of time for that.
We need
but next week, I don't think that's the case.
Okay, well, that's okay. Where'd you watch the preview?
I watched it
on HBO.
No, on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was through HBO, their channel.
How did I miss that? I'll have to go and see.
Yeah. Vic, were you ever bullied in school?
Not
like how these girls bully.
There was this one girl. I don't think I've ever told this story.
I'm ready.
In 6th grade. Her name, I'm not going to say it.
Shall remain nameless.
I know it first and last. And I was very shy in school. From elementary, I always had friends and everything, elementary, but middle school, especially middle, 6th and 7th grade when you're super awkward. And
and that's when
is flaring.
And all of the elementary schools come together. So you're meeting so many people.
I was in this math class with this girl who sat behind me. And for whatever reason, she just would irritate me and nudge me and say comments about me. And she wrote on my new bubble vest, Corn. The band, K-O-R.
She wrote Corn on it?
In pen. Yep. I know it sounds silly, but she would just say comments and whisper things about me, and she sat right behind me. And she would do it, and I ignored it, and I hated it, and I hated going to class.
Yeah.
And then she would ruined my vest and wrote on it.
This motherfucker.
I know.
Ugh.
Oh, I could kind of cry thinking about it.
I know, right?
It's painful to go back and relive some things, but besides that, I wasn't really bullied. After that class, didn't go on. I never saw her.
I wouldn't say we had an everyday in and out bully.
Yeah,
but I mean, there definitely were times that and it was always girls that were just would silly push you or punch you and do stupid shit and make fun of what you're wearing.
Well, I told you what my nickname, I think, was it 4th grade? You know this. I might have said it on the I
think you might have said this on the podcast.
I was a heavy kid.
Mm-hmm. I know, people find that hard to believe.
I know, but I was a very, very chubby kid. My sister and I were heavy set kids. Moo shell. MOOCHELLE. Moo shell.
I'm sorry for that.
It's funny.
It's funny.
But when you're a kid, this fucking sucks, man.
It sucks.
And the thing is, those were the boys. Because in my 4th grade class, there were 8 girls and the rest were boys. And I had all the bad boys that year. And the teacher ended up telling my mom, oh yeah, I don't know how this happened. I got all
the shitty kids.
Us girls were really close, and they nicknamed us.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Even though we were friends with half the boys.
Yeah, but they did that because they like to tease.
I know, but that name though.
Oh, it sticks with you.
Nobody wants to be Mooshell.
No, well, no one wants to be Titio either. That stuck with me for my whole life. 5th grade.
Oh,
5th grade.
Man.
Yeah, so I was Titio, and I remember hearing the boys, stupid fucking kids, on the playground and calling me Titio. My last name is Tenio, so it was a play on my last name. And I was like, oh, that's different. I wasn't that. And it's at that age, you're 10, 9 or 10, and you're thinking that you're a baby going back when you're in it, you're like, oh, I know about like boobs and nuts and whatever it is, sex. I know about sex, but you're like 10 years old. You don't know.
Being sexualized at 10
years old. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
They would call my sister Shanockers.
Oh my God, that's so... I'm sorry.
We're revealing our deep, dark secrets here.
I call her Shanaka.
I know.
Well, I didn't know it's...
Shanockers, because... Yeah, and I was I get it. Like, we're two busty women. Like, I totally get it.
I get it.
You can laugh to this day because it's ridiculous.
But it hurts.
Yeah, it definitely hurts. And it's something that sticks with you. And as a kid, you don't realize. And now you're a grown-ass adult and you're like, wow, that was really messed up. Someone said that about me, or someone pushed me, or did something stupid.
Did you ever get made fun of for your skin?
I'm not to my face. But I always just felt like the looks. And...
I know an ex-boyfriend said something about my acne, like an acne beard.
That's nice. I had an ex-boyfriend say, "What happened to your back?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "It's fucking backney. Get over it."
Like, really, just the. You just don't want to relive it.
No, you don't want to relive it. And those who have had acne know how like detrimental it is to your self-esteem as a teen, even as, younger than that, older than that. I mean, still, when we get pimples to this day, we're like, we're in our 30s. Why is it still happening?
Why is this happening?
Why is it still happening? It's just not fair.
Yeah.
And to be made fun of for that, it really sucks because there's nothing you can do about it.
No, for it to be held against you.
Right. Exactly. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, Vic.
We had a little bit of a therapy session here, but yes, I think everyone has been made fun of at least once in their life, right? And that sucks. Yeah. And if you've come out unscathed, then like good for you. That's awesome. But I don't think that there's one person in this world that hasn't had some sort of bullied experience.
Right.
So. Crystal says, who the heck was that teacher saying she graduated with the OGs? Now we clear that up, Crystal. I hope that
sure did.
You are happy with our information, because I sure as hell didn't know who it was. So Michelle really deep dived.
Yes, I did.
Who's the Gossip Girl leader now? Jess says, do we think Barbara is watching her daughter have sex?
I think if Barbara's watching her daughter have sex, she's like, looking at it as
she's an actor.
Yeah. So you go, girl. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of her too. It was hard for me. I'm not her mother, but it was hard for me to watch it because, we know,
does her daughter watch her on One Tree
Her mom
Hill,
have sex,
or all the other things she's done?
Right. It's equally as awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jess wants to know, how do we feel about the teacher's voyeurism? She says it seems that they are aware it's creepy, which is good, but I think we're supposed to be uncomfortable with it. Like, we're not supposed to be like rooting for them because it's uncomfortable.
This is not good.
And it's not good and it's wrong. So, yeah.
And also the fact that Kate got some acknowledgement of, oh, I'm sorry, of,
Right. Like,
you know what I mean? And so is this going to change the trajectory?
Right. So maybe you could stop. Yeah, you got a sorry out of Julian,
who's the influencer,
who's a big person. I mean, she's not Monet, and like the teachers were joking, like, well, Monet's just like plain mean.
She's a villain.
She's a villain, and there's no way that we could like get to her. So
I'd love to meet her parents. Are they just as evil? Must be, because she's getting people fired.
Yes.
Does she go home and tell mom? Like, does she play a facade? Which is the facade?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe she's just super mean at school in her friend group, but at home she's like an angel. And the fact that she got this bad grade, her parents are like, well, this is unacceptable.
And also, besides Zoya and Julian, which I guess would be the only focus, no one else has siblings?
Right. It seems as they're all spoiled brats. So
okay.
Single kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do a Betty of the Week?
Yes.
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
I have Betties of the Week. if you listen to our Let's Talk OC episode this week.
Yeah, it's back, guys.
It's back. Making a special appearance. I announced we had the new class, like the newcomers on this show. So we have Nathan, Debbie, and Prim. Welcome, guys. We are so excited to have you. Most of you love Gossip Girl, so please keep sending your questions and comments. And on the Discord, we want to hear your thoughts on the reboot and what comes for season 5, or just we're excited to get to know you and chat with you. And I wanted to give a shout out to Daisy, who sent us a really sweet email after we wrapped on season 4 in regards to her TBM journey and how excited they are for us to reach season 5.
Aww.
And of the original Gossip Girl, and pretty much has the same opinions on the characters as we do. So hi, Daisy.
Hey, Daisy. Thank you.
It's nice to know you and glad that you are liking the show. So thank you so much. This is a time where I have to annoy everyone about maybe leaving us a rating and review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts.
Because we're doing a new season of a new show, kind of, doesn't mean we don't want those reviews.
Yeah, we would hope we could find some original Gossip Girl reboot watchers and not necessarily people who have watched the original show. I mean, I feel like mostly everyone who's watching it has seen the original, so
I think so.
There's that, but we would love to get to know each and every one of you who are watching the reboot, what you have to say about it, and if you like what we're covering in our content, then please consider leaving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, on any podcast platform if you're able to do so. We would love to hear your opinions and get a little rating.
And maybe share with a friend who wants to watch Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, listen, I know you're not watching the old one, you're not going to go back, but I have a podcast that's going to cover all 6 episodes this summer. Share it with your friend.
Definitely. It's a little homework.
Yeah.
What we have to look forward to next week, I did a brief summary.
Yay.
It's called She's Having a Maybe.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
Makes me think baby. What does that mean?
Or like a BF.
Or having a bitch fit, yeah. It says, as Zoya hesitantly explores a new romantic interest, Max aggressively pursues one of his own. Meanwhile, Julian sets out to fix her mistakes. Looks like Zoya and Obi kiss in the preview. Looks dark.
Ooh, looks dark.
It looks dark. Like everything is super dark, like lighting wise, and also like it looks like the premises are dark.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's sexy.
It's sexy, and Zoya and Obi kiss. Not one, but like 2 or 3 times in the preview. So something's happening there. That was pretty quick.
Ooh.
Julian's not going to be okay with it, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be okay
with
it.
It's way too quick.
It's way too quick.
Yeah.
Not right.
Not right?
No.
But I wonder who, it looked like there was potentially, like I said, like the threesome maybe of Max and Aki and Audrey.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We're getting into it.
I have a Will's treat. We're bringing it into the reboot.
Thanks, Will.
Gossip Girl characters as animals, since they are in a social media zoo after all. Julian, lioness, facilitates between being fiercely protective and caring and eating her own younger sister.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Zoya, doe. After 1 episode, she seems really innocent and fresh, but I imagine she will shed this characterization quickly. Probably accurate. Kate, crow. As known to be wise but holds grudges over long periods of time, looms over these students on her sinister perch. That's good.
Perfect.
Otto, Australian Shepherd. I love Australian Shepherds. Low-key dude who seems willing to herd others to his cause.
Wait, who is this?
Obi.
Oh, Obi.
His first name is Otto, but they never referred to him as that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Max, Peacock. He is flashy, struts his stuff, wears bright colors. Definitely.
Yep.
Audrey, bonobo chimp. I didn't even know this was a type of chimp.
Okay.
Expresses a lot of emotions and is very affectionate without the flash of Max. Aki, meerkat, a bit shy, and I get the feeling that there is a lot more under the surface with him as a character right now than others. And Nick, giant panda, calm and protective.
The father.
Zoya's father?
Yes, I think Davis is
Julian's
father. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Will.
How about the draft? draft, we need to talk.
The draft?
Yeah, Nick drafting the email to Davis.
Oh, yes.
We need to talk, and then getting rid of it.
But then he got rid of it. Like, maybe he's just not ready to speak with him. They've said, the fathers have a rivalry. Like, they don't like each other. So we're going to do a little fun segment.
Yes, we are.
We're calling it Mitch and Liz Learn Something in this week's episode of Gossip Girl.
Yeah, okay, so there's no After Dark where we would do our fun segment. We wanted to continue doing a fun element to the show.
Something different for the reboot.
Yeah, and we talked a lot this episode about how we're in our 30s. This is how Gen Zers really are.
Yeah, like, this is how they talk. This is their rules. So Julian gave Zoya a bunch of rules to, like, live by in the city and at Constance. So... as New Yorkers, I found these to be pretty funny. Yeah. So her first rule is the only place that you mix with the boys is out front or in the courtyard. So Julian, wow. Constance and St. Jude's are so separate, technically separate schools.
Right.
Which is so confusing. They're like subsects of the same school. So like the boys still are in their, they don't mix classes.
I thought they do mix classes.
I think they do. I mean, I feel like we never see them in school anyway.
No, I know. It doesn't matter.
Look your best. You will be watched.
Wow.
You're in a fish bubble, she says.
Yeah, in this realm.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like we have adapted that.
Yeah. Valid.
Yeah. IG for stories. Signal for sex.
Okay.
We had no idea what Signal was.
So what is it?
It is, in the description, Signal is a communication app that supports messaging, voice, video calls, and more. It's fully cross-platform, free, open source, and features end-to-end encryption. This makes it a popular choice for those looking to enhance privacy and security.
Ooh.
So if you want to sext, you want to send a nude or something, this is encrypted, so no one can see it but you and the other party.
I kind of want to download it.
Right? Just interesting.
Yeah.
Just intrigued to see how that whole thing works. I never knew this was a thing.
Me neither.
I just wouldn't send nudes.
Well, yeah.
Because that's me being afraid that it's going to go public somewhere in my end of my life.
My nudes
exactly.
To?
Like, you know what it looks like.
And at work? Like, just wait till you get home.
Exactly. WhatsApp for abroad, which makes sense.
Yeah. Messages
to chat. Does that mean Facebook Messenger? Or messages like text messages?
I don't think they're using Facebook
No, I don't think. Is anyone using Facebook Messenger?
Adults that are older than us?
Yeah, like our parents.
Parents.
Our parents are using Facebook Messenger.
And when you use it for Marketplace?
Yeah, for Facebook Market.
Is that washing machine still available?
Exactly. Messages to chat. Maybe just iPhone messages. Personalize your uniform. Freshmen are scared to. It's the middle finger to the matriarchy who hasn't realized that you're upholding the system of the patriarchy putting into place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bold statement right there.
Yeah, I said, well, Blair Waldorf, but no one really talked about Blair in this episode.
Well, just comparing her to Serena, but yeah. I mean, that her relationship to Serena, but how about Julian's biker shorts with the oversized white button down?
Yeah, that was a look.
And the high
socks?
Boots.
Boots. Sorry, they're boots.
Loved it.
Yeah, she wears those a lot, the knee-high boots.
I mean, the biker shorts look so chic. I was like, could I pull that off? No. You're saying no?
No,
I'm saying
I couldn't? No, I'm saying it's... I don't know if many people could pull that off.
Oh, okay.
No, not just you. Okay. But I'm sure if you did it, you probably look really cute. San Ambrose or Euro for coffee. Starbucks for group orders.
Starbucks for group orders.
Starbucks. Got it. Starbucks for group group orders. It is easier to do group orders on a Starbucks app.
Yeah.
So.
Good point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Met Steps or Great Lawn to hang, not the South Side. Got it. JG Million for burgers, though they check IDs there. Sure. We don't have that problem. Moima, if you're West Mezzaluna, not Serafina's, which I love Serafina's. They have a lemony or angel hair pasta dish is so good. But I get it. It's like maybe there's just too many Serafinas out there. Sweet green, but for pickup only. Dumbo Hall, not house.
House.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lyft, never Uber. Black, never Lux.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
can't say that I've done that.
I have.
I mean I've done Lyft, but like a Lux, even like a Lux Uber or a Lux
Black,
Lyft.
We've done it because one was all they had, and we have a large group of people. But the fact that when Julian and Zoya get in the Lyft, and she's like, "I got us a Lyft, we can talk here.
We can talk in a safe space."
Interesting.
Oh.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And don't use your real address for privacy and safety. Always use a block away. That's just a very good tip in general.
That's a very good tip. We can take that with us.
We can take that. I think we have learned some things here that we will use in our everyday life. If I'm talking to someone who's 16 to 25, maybe I'll have something more in common with them now.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I'm
probably
just gonna
not.
Every week write down
what we learned.
Discussion topics where I'm like, noted, got it. This is where I'm trying to learn from.
Yeah.
But also
Same.
not too seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so Michelle has some trivia about fashion.
Real talk. We're like hot messes with this episode. Before we actually wrap up, because I've said that 3 times, I was waiting for Big Brother to start, and Entertainment Tonight was on, and they were interviewing Eric Damon. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tune into this. So there's 200 costumes per episode, about $2,500 per outfit.
Jeez.
The outfits range from altogether between $500,000 to $300,000.
Oh, baby.
No one will wear the same outfit twice.
Well, I wouldn't assume them to wear the same outfit twice.
Well, that was just, I mean, someone could repeat at least boots or something.
Right, yeah.
But they won't.
I think on OC Bitches, they were talking about how on the OC, they never wore the same outfit twice. And then Rachel was talking about, well, on Heart of Dixie, they would like purposely reuse like a winter coat because like she wasn't supposed to be from like this upper class.
Right.
It's like it would be normal to be wearing the same jacket throughout the winter.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't expect these children to have like the same outfit twice.
No.
They have so much clothes in their closet.
But they have uniforms, but that's how much they're, I guess, making the uniforms their
different.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Julian she still has the tie. Mm-hmm. That's very Serena because Blair never did that. Mm-hmm. But she's made it her own with like the long dress shirt
and the biker shorts.
And then we'll see what everyone else does with their looks. I don't really.
I liked Zoya's hoodie that she ended up in a tie around her neck.
Yes, I like the tie.
As far as how the boys will do and Audrey, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until next week, we have we're going to be covering the next 5 episodes. So can't believe it.
I know.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls. Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls. You can find us on all social media platforms at 3 Gossip Girls Pod or at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com.
This has been a Total Betty Media podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.